Welcome back in, everybody, to the second series, the second YNT series of the day, as well as X3 in that last game. They look pretty darn strong. I'm not saying the Lena as well as the Marcy is a combo you don't want them to have, but maybe don't give it to them. It just looks so strong. And that last series, we saw the last game, we saw the Marcy going for the Abyssal Blade, 26k net worth. He had more net worth than anybody on the side of YNT, and this was a hand of Midas, Lucas, that went for a Skull Basher for whatever reason. I suppose for some extra control. The Nature's Prophet's on up the Midas, 25k net worth to the 26k, nearly 27k of the offlane Marcy. He just looks so strong. Nazi Narwhal coming in there with 24k as well. The hand of Midas there, the Aghanim Scepter, the Daedalus. He only picked the BKB up a little bit later on. And it was paying off for him because he was able to get in, blow heroes up with the tree volley as well as the Avatos combos, along with some amazing bushwhack shots. Just locking down everyone on the side of YNT, and YNT couldn't fight into it. The black hole. There was a couple of good black holes that locked down onto the Lena, and they were able to burst the Lena down. There was a lot more not great black holes. No, let's not say that. So probably about 50-50 between good and bad black holes. But Slayer just could not land a Winter's Curse to save his life.
5 seconds remaining.
Or to take somebody else's life. He got a couple of them on heroes just to try and delay them. To try and get the catch and the save. But it didn't proc on anyone. The Lena wasn't bursting anyone down.
Pick.
And now in the second draft, so Lena is there again. X3 have the first pick. Did he just go back for... Yeah, just go back for the Lena. Make YNT... I mean, YNT, if they want to go for the tree and the Rubik are still there. The Beastmaster, the Death Prophet being banned out.
Remaining.
The Bite Rider as well as the Brood Mother taken out from YNT. But that was the thing in that last game, that when the Black Hole and the Exorcism were down, they're going to go for the tree. So they give the Lena as well as the Clockwork over to YNT. Now, do YNT take it? This is interesting.
Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
And Clock. No, Rubik. Okay, so Rubik's more important for them here.
Radiant team ban.
Enigma.
I've seen this draft somewhere before. No, the Enigma coming through here. I mean, it was good lockdown on the Lena, but Enigma Sod the Greaves. You need to go straight for the BKB into the Blink Dagger. If you don't, I mean, there's still going to be a YNT here. Could look for a BKB Pearson stun.
Dire
but
team ban.
The Enigma, yeah, like the Clockwork, so they do ban that one out. Long range BKB Pearson stun. That would have completely messed up the black hole. And I think X3 are going to be looking at those and seeing what are the heroes they need to take away. But absolutely, this Enigma, I think, in my eyes, and again, 2k scrub, so don't take what I say and put it into your pubs. There's a reason I'm casting and not playing. But yeah, to me, Enigma, especially the urn that delayed it a little bit more, and I think it was only the urn that came out from the Enigma as well. In fact, I'm going to check that. Yeah, so he even ended up selling the urn. It wasn't a full Spirit Vessel. He sold it a little bit later on. I think he needs to... Yeah, Enigma, just go straight into the BKB. Get yourself a couple of survival items. You know,
10 seconds remaining.
The mana boots, something like that, and go straight BKB Blink.
5 seconds remaining.
As the Drow gets taken away from YNT. I'd still like to see a sniper, especially if you're going for an Enigma here. You can rain down the shrapnel on top. You have a lot of long-range attack as a sniper. Tiny gets taken away. Yeah, Tiny did look really good in that last game. But with the core Enigma, you probably don't want to run a mid-Marcy. So not going to be able to get that dive in on the Lena. Could again still run that Primal Beast. Being able to get in and get the Pulverize off. You get a lot of early rotation as well. As a Primal Beast. So the Doom gets taken away. The Naga Siren here as well. I mean, the Brood is already gone. So the Naga Siren just being taken away. Even though the Lena's already out, you can use that as a support. We've seen a few teams now use the Naga Siren support. You know, it deals with the Black Hole as well. Before, again, the Enigma gets the BKB. But even then,
5
if the
seconds
BKB's got
remaining.
an Enigma, and the rest of the team can't do the damage, then what use is the black hole? As YNT. What else do they want to be
Dire
taken
team
away?
pick.
They take away the Ursa.
Radiant
Okay.
team pick.
Tusk.
Going in for the Tusk. Is that the position 5 protection hero for the Lina in the lane? With the snowball into the Ice Shards. Ice Shards into an LSA. With the Fiery Souls going as well.
10
That is a
seconds
decent
remaining.
amount of kill potential on YNT in the lane. If that's
5
what they
seconds
want to run. And they
remaining.
can flex it. They could, again, run it between either mid or that position 5. Snowballing from a distance as well on the Enigma. So I do like this pickup here. The Tusk on the side of YNT.
Radiant team pick.
Yeah, well, we're just going to see another Hoodwink. We're going to see Hoodwinks all day. Because being able to get a long-range bushwhack, especially as a setup for a black hole, you know, we did see, again,
10
X3
seconds
in that last
remaining.
match, some amazing bushwhacks coming out to set up for kills.
5 seconds remaining.
Has the tree won? How many has he won today?
Dire team pick.
1.
Imber spirit.
Just the 1. I guess out of 3, because... Oh no, he's won 2. Yeah, okay, he's won 2. So yeah, YNT playing around that tree. Sigma YNT, excuse me, playing around the tree really good in the first series. The Ember Spirit comes out now as well for X3. So some really nice being able to dive onto the back lines, get onto the Lina.
5 seconds remaining.
Lock it down. But where's that follow-up damage going to come from? To me, I'm looking at this lineup from X3. The Sharpshooter's a decent amount of burst. Ember Spirit's all right, especially if he goes for the shard and the shard and the scepter. Just to be able to fly in and around the fights. But where's the damage going to come from? Where's that right click? Or maybe just the burst damage. Any burst damage at all to come out from X3 to take care of the Lina. And again, I would like to see...
Radiant team
I'd still like... Okay, the OD comes out. Maybe I wouldn't like the Sniper. Well, no. Sniper's not bad. And the OD going to be playing up in the mid lane. Up against X3 as well. So, or more than likely in the mid lane. You know, so they are looking for this offlaner here on the side of YNT. And
10 seconds
Centaur is a
remaining.
really nice combo with the Rubik. The Centaur, excuse me, the
5
Rubik lift
seconds
back into the
remaining.
Centaur stomp.
Dire team
And then you
ban.
just double edge and fade bolt them. Yeah. X3 just say,
Radiant
no
team
chance.
ban.
And the Sniper gets banned out. I really would have liked to see X3 pick up that Sniper instead of the Ember Spirit. And maybe look for the Ember Spirit in the next phase, but maybe thinking the Ember Spirit more likely to get banned out as the Sniper does get taken away. Maybe they have another answer. Like, maybe they
10
do go for... I mean,
remaining.
it has to be something that puts out a lot of damage, though.
5 seconds
To
remaining.
me, at least. They have the Enigma that can use the Eidolons to take the buildings. They have a lot of control with all of the heroes they've got lined up so far on the side of X3.
Dire team
Maybe
ban.
something like a... The Tide gets banned as well. I mean, the Magnus is still there. That, again, plays well with the Rubik. Because the Telekinesis into a free skewer back. The Shockwave for even more control.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So what do they want to go for on the side of YNT in terms of offlaners?
Radiant team pick.
The Nature's Prophet gets banned out. Yeah, again, I wasn't impressed with the Nature's Prophet up against the Lina. Maybe something that gets in the Lina's face, like the Lifestealer. You know, that can come through. He's got
10
right-click
seconds
potential, sustain
remaining.
built into him with the The Feast.
5 seconds
Lena struggles a
remaining.
little bit with the Girlfriends. If he goes for a Skadi there as well. So Girlfriends, and you do really go back for the Shard to get those open wounds out as well, which is going to give sustain to the rest of your team if you are piling onto the Lena. In a vacuum, it's not a bad hero to me, but again, the Lena looks so strong that really anything you pick, you have to have this coordination down to be able to take down the Lena.
Pick.
Templar Assassin.
Okay. It's got jump. It's got a decent amount of right click. It's crowd control with the traps as well. Some protection to be offered with the refraction charges, which is extra bonus
10
damage.
seconds remaining.
Okay, okay. I
5
don't
seconds
mind this hero.
remaining.
If you get the blink in with a Desolator as well, what blink, Desolator, Hurricane Pike is your big 3 item timings. And then you can look to get aggressive with the rest of your team. BKB at some point, but that's not a needed item, I guess, to be able to get in there, like say, get aggressive. Push down lanes, you take more tower damage as well, putting out with the... Because usually you do get a decent amount of space on the Templar Assassin. And if you get a Desolator too... So yeah, Blink, Deso, Hurricane Pike. I think you're going to be looking towards on the Templar Assassin, just joining early. And this is what X3 need to do. They need to get so aggressive onto the Lena. They can't let this Lena have an inch of space to farm up. 10 minutes into the jungle, too much. 5 minutes into the jungle, 5 minutes too much. You constantly need to put the pressure onto the Lena. And YNT, not the biggest building takers in the world. They might change here with the final pick. Lycan could still be a pick.
Choose
Ooh, the
your
Dawnbreaker.
hero.
And this is really good at just constant global response. So yeah, it is going to be BB on the Dawnbreaker, Lucas on the Lena this time. So if they do get the jump in, I mean, okay, so it's been talked about by pros that they like the Enigma up against the Dawnbreaker, because if the Dawnbreaker jumps in, you have that black hole going, and you catch her in the black hole, but only when that BKB is up. So Sugar, it's got to be, to me, again, Blink BKB or BKB Blink, but it's got to be those 2 items first for the Enigma to take advantage of the Solar Guardian coming in to be able to catch out onto the Dawnbreaker as she dives in, to be able to lock down onto the Lena without disruption. Yeah, to me, this Enigma, Brown Boots, get your Greaves afterwards, but the BKB and the Blink, I don't know how much I'm going to waffle on about this. The Templar Assassin going to put out a lot of damage. Dawnbreaker might have a bit of a hard time as well in this lane with the tree Templar Assassin. Looking at the lineup, still the Lena. Can they get through the Lena? But guys, before we get into the second game, we are going to be taking a quick word from our sponsors over at EGB, so check it out. Here it is.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system, welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
So welcome back, and yeah, I'm looking at this lineup from the side of X3. I'm saying, for the most part, it is a great lineup. It is really strong. They've got a lot of damage to output with the TA. They've got some control coming through the Ember Spirit. If he goes for that early shard, how many times have we seen Ember Spirits being top of the damage chart that pops up on the screen? But it's still a Lena on the other side. It is still this just right-click absolute machine gun hero. So how can X3... The refraction charges are going to melt away as well on
30 seconds to battle.
On the TA with this Lena pickup. In the middle of the fights, you're just going to be able to rip right through them. So Nesvia needs to get this position, and they need to get the jump onto the Lena, and it does need to be perfect. And yeah, there he is, the Enigma. And again, in the last game, YNT had some really good jumps on the Enigma to lock down the Lena. They were just interrupted, or they couldn't finish off the kill.
Begins.
But if they can get off a good couple of jumps as Slayer takes away the bounty rune, Tips coming through. Yeah, the shard's being used here from the tusk just to keep the treant away from that. Yeah, if they can get a good jump off with the Enigma and lock down onto the Lina, maybe lock down. I mean, Lina's not just the other target. You've got to be careful about the OD coming through with the Astral, especially if he goes for the Scepter, which is going to offer the save through the black hole. So you do need to be able to catch or stun him or have him dead or, you know, have a way to deal with him if he does get that quick Aghanim Scepter out. And in fact, we're going to be seeing some musical lanes. TPing up as well. Yeah, the Hoodwink TP's down. Slayer, does Lucas move himself off? Does he want to go towards that top lane? It looks like they are just going to be swapping lanes. Okay, okay. Sentries go down. BB, he drops that hammer, tries to get right on top of Nesphia. But Nesphia actually opting for the meld at level 1. He has to be point blank for the right clicks. He's not going to get the extra damage coming through from the refraction charge either, though. Okay, maybe... I wish we had an interview so I could ask him about this. But it looks like he is just using it to put harass out onto BB. In this lane as well. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit harder for him to last hit. On the bottom lane. See the Eidolons... Well, they're going to be trying to pin these ice shards, and Lucas trying to do his best to clean them up. As Shagarat, what's he look for first item? It's going to be the Blightstone top lane, though. Nesphia is going to get low. No refraction charges the meld. Do they have any AoE damage? Was that Celestial Hammer? He doesn't have the mana for it, and now the sentry goes down. They're going to be able to get a kill onto Nesphia. Nesphia caught out and killed off. So yeah, a lot of damage coming through. Telekinesis, Fade Ball, and with the lane swap. Oh, he might. YNT be able to get onto a lone as well. Yeah, with the lane swap coming out, Dark not able to walk through those trees to be able to get close to drop those leech seeds and such. And TA still taking a lot of punishment because he went for the side blades at level 2 and refraction still not picked up. And you can see the odds slightly in favor of X3 because they did have a really impressive game in that last game, but not the start that they wanted. You can see the bottom lane again, alone taking a lot of damage on this Hoodwink. He's got himself the brown boots, so he's going to be able to scurry himself about, not use the skill scurry, but just move himself about. It's Nesphia looking towards that level 3. Last hits, he's 6-1 in last hits, and the Dawnbreaker is sitting at 12-2. They've been rumbled in this top lane, lads. They've been absolutely rumbled. Nesphia comes in. Celestial Hammer. They've got the Starbreaker now as well. Telekinesis. And Nesphia, can he get himself out? He's got full mana, but nothing to spend it on. And the Living Armor, well, he just barely gets out alive. And yeah, he needs that level 3. He needs that level 3 so badly, but the lane is going to push in now in favor of the Dire. And if he's sitting on such low health, if he gets caught out, another Telekinesis Fade Bolt into the Hammer and the Starbreaker, he's going to be taken down. Nesphia was that Telekinesis. It is available. BB, not dropping the Hammer just yet.
Never refuse gold. Give it.
So now, at level 3, with the Living Armor to get himself, or to get Nesphia up to a decent amount of health, the refraction charges coming through, he is going to be able to shrug off some of this damage here. But only level 1 on the refraction, so it's only 3 charges on that. And they do tick down quite quickly. 17 seconds overall. Top lane. Bignum. Is he trying to interrupt the pull? It looks like he was trying to interrupt the pull. As Nesphia. Does he want to try and chase down? He's looking for a Bignum. The body block's coming out. Bignum, he might be able to get it with the refraction charges. A couple more right clicks, but no. He's going to be stunned up. BB does put himself in arm's reach of danger. But Dark, Telekinesis, and BB should be able to pick this one up. Furry Fire. Lucas does get the kill onto a lone on the bottom lane. As BB loses his courier, and at least the Treant. Yeah, Nesphia, though, going to be in trouble. Did they get a kill? Slayer gets taken down by Shagarat. The action, it's going to be left, right, and center here in this map. Aggression everywhere, and this is more like it. in this second game. The first game, it was a little bit slow. It was a little bit calculated. There's Natty Narwhal in the mid lane, taking a lot of damage. Salve comes out, and there's going to be the bottle now as well. Salve should get him back to a decent amount. Igor, does he actually have the vision? I can't see a ward. But the Astral Imprisonment comes out as Natty tries to come in for a last hit or two. So yeah, Natty, he's finding a couple of last hits, but he is falling behind the OD in the mid lane. And again,
I'm not opposed to taking the occasion.
Sleight of Fist for last hits, but it does mean you're going to be caught out with that Astral Imprisonment. Bottom lane. He gets stun off. Did he have enough to take them down? Slayer against Slayer. He's been caught out. And Shagrat will get the kill. Mana boots for the
Dire's courier
Enigma
has
as
been
well.
killed.
But he's not got anything else queued up. Bignum loses his courier. Oh no. Mid lane, Igor not really got any mobility to him, so if he does get an Astral off and then gets engaged on, as the haste does go the way of the Hoodwink, so they're close to a flying squirrel here. The amount of speed he's putting out. Oh, Lucas, he's come so far forward. Was that pushback? It's no, he breaks the tree. He did it in the first game as well. Quick to it, top lane, but BB has to get himself away with the Celestial Hammer. He was being chased down. And Nesphia, 2 points now into the refraction, so he does have that extra damages. Igor in the mid lane, rotation from Bignum. He get the catch, he get the kill onto the Ember Spirit. BB healing himself up with the salve, coming right back into the lane. And Nesphia, what's he going to go for item-wise?
Radiant's middle tower
Are
is
the
under
power
attack.
treads? Okay. Power treads are nice. It's going to give him some extra sustain. You know, the chase isn't really important when you've got the Nature's Grasp to slow you down.
Radiant's middle
Dark.
tower
He gets
is
seen.
under
Telekinesis
attack.
comes out. Do they want to go in? Starbreaker. Celestial Hammer
Dire's
point
top
blank. They
tower
get the
is
kill.
under attack.
But Nesphia, he's trying to
Dire's
trade some damage
structures
off
are
onto the
fortified.
tree in the top lane. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Natty Narwhal. Astral Imprisonment comes out. He's going to be punished a little bit here for coming, just daring to come through and try and get last hits.
Got it.
There's Ember. How's he looking in terms of net worth? 2.2k. Ooh, he's the lowest of all the cores. 3.4 on the OD, so that death really set him back. Top lane. Again, Nesphia. Just going to try and use that Meld Strike onto BB. Get the damage out where he can. At least the TA seems to be catching up now in terms of net worth. In the river, though. Hoodwink going to be rotating in. These wards down. We'll be spotting out the rotation, though. Alone. Level 4 onto Dark. The Bushwhack actually does connect. Igor has that double damage rune, though. So Natty, I can see him backing himself away here. Doesn't want to overcommit. Just backs himself out. Make sure he's not caught out there. Because the Rubik could come through with the telekinesis, and Astral's set up for a telekinesis. Could be the death of Natty. There's the bottom lane. Sugar, it's going to be the Greaves. Okay. I'm not opposed to that, especially if they can get the kills onto Slayer. Slayer trying to get this pull through, but if the Bushwhack comes through, it does actually connect. And you see the Slayer, he was trying to be clever there, taking down that last tree with his Tango, but the Soul Guardian comes through. The mechanism being popped, he's still trying to get the kill onto Slayer. The Black Hole is going to be cancelled off, doing a lot of damage. But it gets cancelled because BB gets the kill onto Shagarat. And Lena, at least the Bushwhack. Some harass there from Alone and Alone. Finding that solo XP, it might not be the worst thing for him in this lane to get close to that sharpshooter. Just has to be careful about being caught out. The Rubik rotating down now as well. As the top lane, you can see that Nesri's moved himself into the jungle. Trying to use those refraction stacks. TP away from Shagarat towards the bottom lane. Looking to push it out again. Alone could be... I mean, he's going to be caught out if the snowball comes through. Maybe the Ice Shard tag team's going to be used. This is a massive combo to get the kill. Lucas and Slayer. The tag team as well as the right clicks from Lena. Stacking up, slowing down, and just slaughtering the squirrel.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is
4 heroes around. Telekinesis comes out, and yeah. Enigma, it's not going to be an Enigma how they get this kill. Just stacking up the damage. Ooh, he might come down onto this. The Bushwhack comes through, and Lina, he overstays his welcome. What was stolen? It's going to be the remnants being stolen from Natty Noah, but Natty might carry on with the chase. The crest goes down, Bigman. He goes back for that. Sanity's Eclipse. He gets dropped, but it looks like the Ember Spirit is already away. They're going to be able to get the cleanup onto Alone. Did they get the kill onto the tree as well? Tree will go down as the Ember Spirit dives back into this mid lane, but they are going to lose this tier 1 tower more than likely.
Radiant's
As it looks like
bottom
Eagle
tower is
hanging
under
around for
attack.
this. Yeah, with BB putting out the damage there as well.
Dire's top tower
Nesphere,
is
though, he's
under
trying to do
attack.
his best to trade off this tier 1 on the top lane. He's got himself the Blightstone. A trap in the trees to see any TPs coming in. And he will be able to get that last hit, so
Radiant's
Nesphere picking up a
bottom
decent
tower is
amount of
under
gold.
attack.
Going towards the... it is going to be Dasho to come out early. Enigma.
Dire's
No
middle
earn
tower
this time,
is
just
under
straight
attack.
into the Greaves. And yeah, you can see that Nesphere just continues to farm. He's finding all these jungle creeps. There is a ward down for both sides. So he is going to be spotted out, but he's going to see any rotations in to try and take him down here. Templar.
Money to burn.
And how far away? He's only about 600 gold mid lane. Going to be the diving with a slight fist. But no follow-up there onto Eagle.
Your future is grim.
They might try and go. They're trying to go and smoked out. But Nesphere, he knows something's up. Just backed himself off here on the TA. I would like to see more pressure being put on Alina, like I said, but the black hole not up for another 18 seconds. What have they done? Bushwhack comes out there. There's going to be the sharpshooter now as well. Astral Imprisonment actually gets used defensively. He might try and go over the Rubik because he's going to be able to get himself in with the Remnant. But the Slider Fist to a Remnant dive away. And Natty Narwhal will be able to get himself out safe. As Dark with the D-Ward down on the bottom lane. He's seen by the creeps, even in the trees, but he might actually be in some trouble. Mid lane, Natty trying to find all the farm he can. The Remnant's going to fly through here, taking down and grabbing onto Dark. Do we even need the telekinesis? They're going to use it, and they're going to find this kill as well. Really nice rotating there onto the tree. And yeah, well, they say, well, there's two heroes down here, so Nesphere, he doesn't have to be worried about coming forward, getting this farm. And that's going to be the Desolator coming out, I'm pretty sure, for the TA. Shegarat in the jungle, looking for his farm as well. Looking towards those Guardian's Greaves, which he's still going to be about 200 gold away from.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Did he get the dive onto the Alone? Alone is not going to be able to sustain LSA. He actually doesn't connect. Natty Narwhal going to be able to dodge it off. Walrus Punch comes through, but Nesphere, one more right click, going to be able to take down Slayer. And the chase is on. Steering chains up in 2 seconds. Piggy Pole coming through as well from Enigma. He's trying to get himself up onto the high ground now as well, but if there's going to be, well, if there was a blink, potentially catching out 2 heroes there, Nesphere being able to jump up with him. But now they've got the lockdown onto the Ember Spirit. Do they get the kill? Natty Narwhal taking a lot of damage. No, the Astral Imprisonment, it doesn't keep him locked down. And then with the Sanity's Eclipse, he gets himself away with the Remnant, and Luke has taken a lot of punishment. BB has to run himself away.
That was toasty.
So, mid lane, Nesphere. Traps drop, Nesphere can he get himself a kill on this Slayer, trying to get himself out. Snowballs himself right back in. The Walrus Punch comes out though. 3 seconds on the trap. The Remnant's going to fly through. The double damage rune. Slayer's going to be able to pick this one up. Deny it, at least from the Natty Narwhal and Nesphere. And the chase is on. Sharpshooter. It actually connects. Walks back into it and Natty gets the kill.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Hammer flying through. BB. He's going to be able to try and clean up this creep wave.
Dire's middle
And the
tower
tier 1 is
under
going to go down.
attack.
Yeah, no way to stop this punishment coming through. Tier 1's down.
Dire's
The
middle
tier 1 tower
tower
on the top's
has
down
fallen.
now as well. If they can get a kill out on the side of X3, Bushwhack connects onto the Rubik. And if they can get a kill, they could potentially look towards that pit.
Are scanning.
Templar Assassin sticks 6 charges on the Desolator. Well, I suppose it's 3 really, isn't it? Because you get 2 per kill.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
As Lucas in the jungle just continues to farm, wants to go towards that BKB.
Never refuse gold given.
And yeah, just continues moving himself through, looking for farm. I mean, 1, 2, and 3, so he's died a couple of times. But being involved here as well now, Lina. Still sitting low on the net worth. You look at the net worth for the TA and the net worth for the Lina. Lina's going to be about 2k behind, which if they can continue pushing this advantage on the side of X3. In fact, Nesvia, did he go for it his own? No. So 3 points into the meld, 4 into the refraction, and 4 into the side blades. TA having a really good time at the minute. Just a 1 point into the traps, because the damage output more important here for X3. Ooh, they're going to be able to go. They get the catch. Can they get Rubik kill? Snowball comes in time, but it's not going to save from the sharpshooter. And Rubik, he comes in. He doesn't want to be coming in any closer. And the dive comes through. They get the kill onto Bignum. They get the kill onto Slayer. And TA with that blink in. Really nice help with the rest of the team for the double kill. And with these two heroes being down now, Natty Narwhal trying to do what he can in the mid lane. Trying to pull heroes away. He might be able to set up to help his team go for Roach. BB. The stun, it comes out a little bit too early there on the Celestial Hammer, and Natty's going to be able to get the dive away. Meanwhile, this is going on. Roche, he's being started, he's being middled, he's going to be ended here. Nesvia with the damage, he's Eidolon stacking up onto the Roshan. And the big man is going to go down. Igor, do they want to go for the Celestial Hammer coming through alone? Well, he's not alone. These Eidolons pushing out onto the high ground. Shagara, he's got the Greaves as well. He's going to be going for a shot. Okay. That's... The extra stun duration is nice, especially when you need to be controlling the Lina, who were close to the BKB, about, what, 1,000 gold away from picking it up. As Nesvia just continues to farm. But the net worth again, he's just holding that distance on the net worth. Odds are 2.4. Oh, for YNT, 1.4 for X3. X3 do have that little bit of momentum coming into this. Have this Aegis. Are they going to be able to use it for anything? Dragonlance going to be picked up for Nesvia now as well. So yeah, you can see the EGB think that X3 just a little bit ahead. Not amazingly ahead, but just a little bit ahead. As the trap's being jumped. Excuse me, the trap's being dropped as Nesvia jumps himself in.
Dire's
Ness.
top tower is under attack.
Trap goes down behind as well. It does get cleaned up before it fades, and the trap's stolen from the Rubik.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, so the Malefice extra stun. Gonna go for the blink first. There are ways to deal with this. But Malefice with the extra stun, the Eidolon gets created. The Overgrowth comes out now. They're going to be able to do a whole lot of damage over to the Dawnbreaker. Dawnbreaker going to be cleaned up, even with the mech. Even with that sustain, it's not going to be enough to keep him alive. And yeah, TA from behind. Going to be able to go into this tier 2. They need to wait for the next creep wave, but Nesvia, he's just going to be able to sit, meld up, clean up this next... The creep wave behind the tier 2, so he can come right back into this tower.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, Nesvia, okay, taking a couple of shots. So now this tower should go down. Can Lucas trade off on the bottom? It doesn't look like he has the damage. That is going to be his BKB, though.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Does one... I wonder if he goes for an AC. Because... you've got a lot of armor reduction on the side of X3. It does stack up nicely with your attack speed. Gives you some extra survivability. So I wonder if this instance, if Lina, you know, he's already got that plate mail queued up, if he does want to be going towards the AC. But yeah, you can see that X3 are just grouping up as a gang squad.
Is under attack.
They're ready to put the pressure on, they're ready to take it to YNT, they're looking to force some objectives out. Ooh, backline. Does Natty Narwhal want to make a dive because Bignum is already away. You can see these traps going down and where the Enigma's sitting. So they do get that tier 2 tower in the mid lane now as well. All this is going
Radiant's
on.
bottom
Lucas
tower
just wants
is
to
under
continue
attack.
pushing out, but they've got the living armor onto this tier 2 tower on the bottom lane for the side of X3. So all the damage they're doing to it, they're just going to be able to heal it back up here on the side of X3 just because Dark keeps dropping this living armor. And the chase is on, Slayer. Or did they go for this? Was that Overgrowth? They're going to be able to see the Lina now as well. Overgrowth, it might not come out. No, they get the kill before it does. And the lockdown, they had it enough damage through it to get the kill. If that lockdown comes through with the Overgrowth, maybe you see a couple of TPs in and maybe they go for Lucas and Slayer. But Lucas just getting too quick a kill. They might even be able to go into the Ember Spirit now. Ember Spirit, yeah, Walrus Punch comes out. And Natty. Oh, come on, man. They do see him with the wards. But the damage, you don't have any backup. That's a bit of a throw. Given a free kill as well over to the Slayer, picked it up. But yeah, even more net worth, even more experience. Lina does have that BKB. It's a fresh one as well. Going back towards the boost of travel. And Slayer just hanging around here to help him in case he does get jumped on. Or if he finds a hero they can jump on with the snowball. And it is just going to be the casual plate mail here for the Lina. Back to the boots of travel. Not too far away from those as well. What? 150 gold? Even less. There's Bignum in the mid lane. How is he looking? Blink Dagger. Got the raindrop there as well. Going towards what potentially could be a Force Staff. I don't know if that's his circlet. Because he picked it up a while ago. And he's just kept hold of it. I don't think it's his circlet. But he's going to show it off anyway. Searing Chains onto the Tusk. Doesn't want to go in for the... not sure who's behind. Because the Rubik was waiting for a telekinesis. If Natty came in to try and get that haste. So he just goes back to farming. Good idea. BKB not too far away from the Ember Spirit now as well. Who's got shards? Shagarat, Dark, and Alone have shards. Ego has it. Ego has his Ags. So he has the 4 Ags, not even the shard. It's going to be nice to be able to get out, even if Shagarat has the... I'm assuming he's going towards the BKB next year, yes. With the Philosopher's Stone there as well to get him to it a little bit quicker. Even when the Blink Black Hole comes out, as long as the OD's not caught inside it, he's going to be able to protect his teammates. Even if 2 teammates get caught inside it, the double Astral Imprisonment to keep them alive through the Black Hole. Going to be really, really valuable if he can find the positioning for it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, smoke rotation. Smoke breaks on the high ground though. Did he have the reveal? As the train starts to walk himself away, maybe looking for the catch, but a blink away there. From Dark, LSA, it's only going to be onto the Eidolons, and Smoke not going to be successful this time. You can see that both Natty Narwhal as well as Nesvia not even there on the map. They've already moved themselves away. As Natty... How's he looking in terms of BKB? Not going to be too far away from the recipe or the next Mythal Hammer if that's what he wants to go towards. But he's still going to be a little bit of ways away from the full item as the dive away to the Remnant. So he's finding some dangerous farm, but absolutely calculated there. Yeah, coming right back in. He doesn't really have the most net worth here, Ember Spirit. 2-2 and 2 as well in terms of kills, deaths, and assists. But he has just been creating space for the Templar Assassin to find the farm and find the items. TA now. Got that Crystallis, so. Oh, Lucas. Is it a trap? Is there any traps? There are traps available. 18, level 18. Onto both carries. Let's see what they want to do. They're trying to defend this high ground here, X3, putting Dark the furthest one forward so he can get that vision. He can break any smokes that do come in. Yeah, and Lucas, it's going to be the the Satanic next. So it is just going to be the casual plate mail. Buys himself up the Reaver. Treant, though, he's looking for a blink in. No, not going to be able to find it. Okay. Roche, it's a really short one as well. If either side can find a fight, he might be able to take this Roche on in the pit. Yeah, Lena. Actually, the Bushwhack does connect, but no real follow-up. Ember wants this BKB. Before he comes into fight again, Ember wants this BKB, but it could be, if he gets caught out, he needs to be able to dive himself away. So about 400 gold from completing 4 heroes rotating over on Ember. Just leave, bud. Yeah, just leave. You can see that. How's Ego doing? In terms of net worth, still about 2k ahead of the Ember Spirit, going towards his Octarine core as well. So the extra cooldown is going to be nice. Being able to get even more of these astrals off in the fight, you know, pick up the extra intelligence. As a ward, it sees the rotation in from the TA. Rubik still have it. No, okay, the traps are fading off now. You see he's got a few of them down. Just in protective areas. As Netsphere just continues to farm. Going towards the Daedalus, so not going to be a Silver Edge for the break. I suppose you already have the break on the Hoodwink, so you don't really need to incorporate that. You can just go full damage, and there's not really a lot to break. Well, the Fiery Souls, if you can get it off before she starts to stack them up on the Lena.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, apart from that, not really much too. So they are just going to be relying on the overwhelming damage coming through from the Daedalus. Trap gets dropped in the Roche pit. As the tier 3 start to come out, what are they going to be able to grab here? Smoke comes through. Or if they can get this wrap around again. Is the BKB up? The BKB is up to the Enigma now as well. So that Solar Guardian not going to be able to get the stun. Up on the high ground though. Lucas is the furthest one forwards. They've got that vision. Roche is out of his pit because of the Ice Shards. As well as the Dragon Slayer coming through. They're trying to play around. They're going to be able to get the catch onto the Lena now as well. Look at this Netsphere comes in. Solar Guardian, but the Astral coming through. He's trying to move himself away from this one. Where's that jump in the black hole? He catches onto 3. They're going to be able to clean this one up. They're going to be able to get the kill onto the Tusk now as well. Even onto this. Just the Dawnbreaker gets caught out, killed off. Big one with the Stolen Black Hole only onto Alone. So Alone just says, good job, bud. Here's your tip. Great follow-up. Shagarat just waiting on the black hole there for the Solar Guardian to come through. He gets the catch, and they get a really nice set of kills. Yeah, and look at the damage coming out there from the TA. 4k damage. Just cleaning it up with his right click. Pops the BKB. Had to pop the BKB. But Lena pops hers. And the shard over as well to Natty. This is really going to amp up Natty's damage. Just having these remnants down in the fights. Do they actually find the vision? I think they do. I think they know where Igor is. And here's going to be the walk in. Dark. Netsphere has that blink. He goes the wrong way. Traps go down. Okay, they're not going to be able to get the jump. It was a good idea. It was a smart idea. But just not able to catch out onto the OD. The OD getting himself away before he got caught out in trouble and overextended. And yeah, you can see the X3. They want to be taking these objectives on the map, pushing down towards this bottom tower. So Netsphere, what can they do? Yeah, Netsphere takes the tower. The walls go down just outside. You see Netsphere jump up. The pings come through. But can they contest onto this? No black hole for 100 seconds. So the X3 really want to fight. They do have an Aegis. Solar Guardian's back up. Ness wants the Lincolns. I suppose it stops the telekinesis. It stops the astral imprisonment as well. Laguna Blades. Big damage coming out from Lucas if it lands. Oh crap, Lena lost his courier. I didn't even notice that. Lena, I think that was the Satanic on the way into that from the fight, and Lena lost it. So the Satanic, it's going to be delivered in, what, 24 seconds, as long as the courier doesn't die again. But it is going to be the AC next item for the Lina. But this Satanic is going to be delayed.
Dire's courier has been killed. Dire's bottom tower.
Top lane, disarm. Nazi's going to try and come in with a Flame Guard, but BB, he's got that mech. Good telekinesis. Do they have the burst damage? They do. They have the control as well. Nazi just going way too far. Maybe buying some time, though, for his teammates, because look at this on the bottom lane. Netsphere. He's pushing in. Astral comes out, though. He has that Aegis, whereas the rest of his team, do they want to try and do this damage? He's got his BKB. Look at him, Blade comes forward. And now, how does he get himself out? He has that BKB. Eye shot to try and trap him in. The right-click damage to the Walrus Punch. And now Dark comes through. Heal from the Greaves, but they still have the control. They do. They even steal the Overgrowth. They get the kill. They get the Aegis. Overextension after overextension there from X3, and they're going to lose so many players. They lose 4. Shagarat does get the TP away, doesn't use the Black Hole, but Nazi overcommits on the top lane. And then all of a sudden, you know, when he sees the TPs coming in, TA doesn't get out of there. He should have been hightailing it out. And they lose 4. Buybacks are available, but you don't want to be using them in the first place. The one major benefit is you still have a tier 1 in the mid lane. You have a tier 1 tower in the top lane. You lost that fight on YNT's doorstep in front of their base.
Middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
But yeah, you still lost 4 heroes. And you got absolutely punished for it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Money to burn.
What can YNT do off the back of this here? They're trying to find some farm. AC's completed by the Lina as well. That's a really nice pickup. Just being able to have this coming into the fights, you know, it takes away the armor reduction. It gives your attack speed a boost. It helps the rest of your team as well. So let's see. What can YNT do with this little bit of an advantage? The game overall still going in favor of X3. You know, Black Hole is up, but leave him out. There is going to be smoke out, and you can see that, yeah, level 21 onto Lucas, so he has that Fiery Soul perk. Fiery Soul perk.
Radiant are scanning.
And the smoke moving through. 4 heroes onto this, and the Solar Guardian can't come out to catch anyone. Ember's going to know this time. Yeah, he just needs to get himself out. Can't overcommit. Because, again, net worth-wise, he's just been absolutely punished in this game. He has been creating space for Netsphere to find the farm, but now the Lina's right at the top of that position 1 in terms of the farm table. That net worth table. So for all their efforts to take the aggression here, X3, Lina's still right at the top. Lina is still running away with this game. If you let her. So Natty looks to dive in, going to be able to catch 2 with the bushwhack. Where's this ball is going to come from? No Bignum. You can see him playing away. The Solar Guardian comes through, and in fact, they're going to be able to get the kill into alone. Lucas. Backlines. Disarm comes through onto the Templar Assassin. So TA trying to get the 4-staff out of danger. That disarm is so long. Traps being dropped. No buyback on the Hoodwink either here. Lina didn't use the BKB. And they still have the Astrals for the save. I mean, again, Roshan is still about two and a few away from respawning, at least. But while this is going on, you can see that Ego just continues strong. Netsphere is going to be picking up some net worth here as well. Ego's going towards that Hex. What's Netsphere building towards? He wants that Swift Blink. Yeah, he wants to be able to get himself in and get himself on top. Do the damage mid lane, though. BB. The Bushwhack doesn't connect, so BB's going to be able to get himself away. The smoke coming out from the side of X3, rotating around. Yeah. They're looking for backside, but they're going to be running to heroes now as well. The Warriors Punch comes out immediately with the tag team. Netsphere, he doesn't take anything from this. Can he get the blink forward? Where's that pushback? Where's the overgrowth going to come from? The Laguna Blade. They're going to be able to clean up onto Dark, but there's going to be a really nice black hole again. It catches out onto the Rubik, so there's no stolen black hole. Can they do the damage over to Lucas? Lucas pops that BKB with the Satanic. He's taking a lot of punishment, but he's just regenerating all the way through this now as well. And you can see that Nestria, he has to blink himself up to the higher ground. Slayer's going to get low, but doesn't go down. Slider Fist comes out. Telekinesis this time. He's got the lockdown. Templar Assassin. Can he at least get the kill onto Slayer? Natty Narwhal. Sandy's Eclipse. He's going to be dropped solo guard and he comes out. Nestria, he's looking for the right clicks. He's looking for the sustain. He can't land the hits. And that was just, it was a great jump. They caught Lina in the black hole, and he couldn't get the kill. Again, Igor with the astral imprisonments. So Rubik did go down. He lost his life. And all of a sudden, this game has turned on its head. They were so comfortably ahead here, X3. And in the last couple of fights, they've lost. And they're just being punished for every little misplay. They need to get the kill onto Igor before the black hole comes out, but Lucas is just going to rip through them if they target Igor. And if they jump onto Igor, excuse me, if they jump onto Lucas, the Sanity Eclipse gets dropped, does the damage, and then he just goes for the Astrals. He keeps Lucas alive.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So they need to find a way to stop Igor from keeping Lucas alive long enough to get the lockdown through. So this Satanic isn't a problem. Got it. X3, they could have first picked the Lina as well. And they didn't want it. This hero is an absolute menace. I'm surprised J. Jonah Jameson isn't asking for pictures of Lina. Because she's just... She's a menace.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So now they're going to be able to group up. Roshan, it's going to be a quick one. Inside the Roche pit. Look at how quickly he's going to go down. No way XD can contest this. They don't even know what's happening in Roche. He's just disappearing.
Radiant's top tower is under
So what?
attack.
Bignum gets the... Ooh. Do you give the Aghanim's Blessing? It looks like maybe giving it over to BB. Yeah, so the Solar Guardian, it lasts for longer, heals better.
Radiant's top tower is falling.
YNT, they're not out of it just yet. I mean, they're right back in it after that first game. I was expecting them to come into this. And again, if the Lina goes away with X3, who knows how this plays, but the Lina at the minute is just ripping things up to the side of YNT. Now they need to get themselves back. TP out. Sharpshooter, it doesn't connect. Lucas, 4.5 minutes on this Aegis. 3k health, going towards... He wants that level 25. He's got that Tome queued up there as well. Not too far away from it. So having that, I assume pure Laguna Blade is the pickup on the Lina. Though the Laguna Blade cooldown is quite nice as well. It's a lot of mana though. It's so much mana to try and cast off repeatedly. So yeah, the pure Laguna Blade. Probably what you want to be picking up on the Lina at level 25. And again, I don't even know if he's going to need the Tome. Because he's about half a level away from it. Picking up the experience now. I think this is what X3 need to do. Well, not this specifically. But they need to be moving through the other side of the map, away from where YNT are. They need to get the pick off onto the Dawnbreaker before they go for anyone's. Oh, no, the jump in. Igor, though. Astral comes out. Are they going to try and set up the bushwhack onto him? Where's the get the boomerang off the sharpshooter? But again, it doesn't matter. The black hole is going to be used. It doesn't catch onto anyone. And the Solar Guardian comes through. He get the damage in Shagara. He's going to be locked down. He's going to be stun locked. He's surely going to be dead. He'd lose the Ember Spirit as well. And YNT just ripping through the side of X3. It's crazy to me. X3 had this one in the bag. And then Natty throws away his life solo on the top lane. Nesphia throws his life away on the tier 3s. Trying to do the damage. All of a sudden, this is it. YNT have just taken over this game. They couldn't even get the kill onto the OD. Didn't have the damage to do it. And now, Well, what can you do? 3 heroes dead. They all have to buy back, but the black hole's down for the next 110 seconds, and Lucas, he's just going to be able to come up onto the high ground,
Structures are fortified.
push this down, and potentially look to force out buybacks. Coming into it, Netsphere trying to do what he can with Lucas. Okay, so the Satanic is down. If you can get a quick jump while it is, but the quick jump, it actually comes onto the TA. The Blue Blade not even going to be needed. Sandy Season Clips gets dropped. And with that LSA, the extra control through. Yeah, you can see that YNT just ripping through the space, ripping through the team of X3.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And so the push continues. This is going to be a second time Rax, unless the TA wants to buy back. But TA, he's got the gold. No, he's not got the gold for the Swift Link. He's been trying to build the Swift Link for what, the past 5-6 minutes, and he's just not been able to complete because he keeps getting picked off. He keeps losing this gold, and he doesn't want to buy back.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I mean, he's going to be losing a lot of his base. Not Megas, because there is still a tier 2 tower in the bottom lane. But with this Aegis up, you can see that Lucas, he doesn't want to leave. A minute left on this Aegis now as well. And BB, he takes down the tree. He's going to be able to make this dive happen with the Emperor. He's going to be able to get himself around with these remnants. The lockdown comes through to get the buybacks happen from both heroes. And the disarm onto the Templar Assassin. Telekinesis come through. They have the control. They have the damage. And Nesri has to run himself back to the fountain. And now, for the control onto the Lina. Right click down to the circle. Lina again has that Aegis for the next 40 seconds. So he might be able to get something from this. BB has to pop the BKB. The bottom lane at least pushing in.
Double damage.
But yeah, Lena's just going to be able to TP all the way back. And look at the swing. The win probability so far ahead for X3. And then all of a sudden it's crashed down just like a roller coaster. So Netsphere leading the line. Can they find the jump on? BB doesn't have the BKB. He has that Heaven's Harvard though for the disarm. No Solar Guardian as well. If he can find a quick jump pickup, this would be nice. Igor smokes breaks to get the serum kids out onto Tusk. Tusk, he might be punished. No, the disarm, it comes out. Tusk, he has a Heaven's Harvard as well. So Netsphere, he can't get the right click damage and Tusk just walks himself away. So
You go this way, and I'll go that way.
Alone wants the Hex. And this is kind of the thing. They need to control this Lina. But the save's coming up from the OD. The OD has been on point with these Astrals to keep the Lina alive, to keep him away from the black holes. The snowball's coming through as well. Now Dark, he goes for that blink away. TPing out now as well. And is that Ember Spirit? I think it is. I think Ember Spirit wants to be going towards the Hex as well. So yeah, he's already got the ultimate orb up. He can... He's not too far away from it gold-wise. About 700 gold, so a couple more waves. He should be able to pick it up, but he just needs to not be caught out. And they need all of this control coming out on the side of X3 to make sure they aren't picked up, killed off, before they can get at least one kill.
Bottom tower is under attack.
For the past few fights going so far in favor on the side of YNT. I don't know how X3 can play around this.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Maybe, again, a Hurricane Pike for somebody to get yourself away. I mean, they've got it onto the TA, so he can dive himself in. I thought he just had his Dragon Lance, but no, he does. He's going towards Rapier. He's just like, sod this. We need the damage. And what? Maybe trade out your boots for it? He has the gold for the relic. Gonna be a ways away yet from having the gold for the Demon's Edge.
Swiftly to the temple's defense. Radiant are scanning.
Roche. At least 34 seconds out.
Was meant to have this.
TA. Oh, Igor. They're going to be able to go. Yeah, they're going to be able to stack up this damage. And look at him. He has to pop that BKB run away, but the Walrus Punch comes out. And now he gets that blink down thanks to the refraction charge. And Igor still following up, going for that TP. Is it going to be able to get him out? tricks his cloak, keeps him going, and he does get himself away with the TP. So yeah, still looking for the farm here. He's got, what, about 1,800 gold, 1,700 gold before he's going to be able to pick up the rapier. That is his last chance saloon for Nesphia. You can see how desperate they really are to get some picks. With a 21k net worth lead. God, I don't know what the Ember Spirit's doing. I genuinely do not know what the Ember Spirit's trying to do there. I get that he's trying to find the farm. He has that hex up, but you're crossing the river with no vision. Look at the map. There is no vision here for the Ember Spirit. None at all. No protective vision. Nothing for him to say, oh yeah, I can jump in and get the jump out. If you don't see them. And now they're going to be able to jump onto the squirrel now as well. They have that reveal. They have the damage to take him down. Bignum comes in. And Alone goes back in his box. Did he even catch out? Yeah, TA. They're going to be able to go through the refractor charges. Laguna Blade comes out. That's game. They can just go right into the mid lane. Yeah, no. X3 just call game. And with those buybacks being used, and with no way to get back into this, 5 heroes alive and losing your mid lane of Rax. Easy game once that Lina was online. And again, you cannot give this Lina away. X3 giving it away in the first pick because they think they have a way to deal with it. And then they just get destroyed. X3, great. Don't get me wrong. Great early start though. Nesphia getting around, getting some early kills. Nazi never really getting on the board. And all of a sudden, YNT, they create space for the Lina. And 11-3-9. He ends this game. And yeah, absolutely deserved for YNT. So they are going to be looking through. I mean, they push it through to a third game here. We're going to be going all the way in both series for YNT. Looking to extend their lead unbeaten over the past 3 series, but the X3, I feel like they had some great fights. They found out some great black holes. The BKB coming out for Shagarat as well. They were able to get the jump in and get the kills uninterrupted early on. But then all of a sudden, Ego has that Aghanims, and he's just throwing out the saves with the imprisonment onto his own team members, and Lucas just being able to sustain through them. The Satanic comes out, and the damage that was being thrown out by YNT, X3 just could not stand up to it. So guys, that is going to be game number 2. We still have one more game to come though. And it is going to be the third and final between YNT and X3. We'll find out what happens after the break.